All right, let's get this live stream up and going. What is going on, you guys? Wonderbro here with another live stream. I know we've had like what, 4 live streams. Maybe this is the 5th one or 4th one. I'm not really sure. We've had a handful of live streams these past few days, and it's because I wasn't uploading for a week. So I really missed you guys. And that's why we're doing so many live streams. But Today we're going to be talking about a really important subject, your old self, okay, the old you. I hear it all the time. Wonderbro, I really want to go back to who I used to be. Wonderbro, I really want to go back to the old me before I was sensitized, before I started dealing with all this anxiety crap. Dude, how do I get back to the old me? So that's what we're going to be talking about today, is the old you. If you think back hard enough, okay, and I'm sure it's not that difficult, if you think back, I bet you can remember who you were before sensitization. Yes, maybe you've forgotten some things. Yes, maybe it's a little blurry. But if you think back and you think hard enough, okay, you can remember who you were before sensitization, before anxiety took over your life. So how do you get back to the old you? All right, now this is something I reminded myself of a lot during my recovery. It's not the real me. Okay, I would continuously remind myself of that anytime I had these obsessions that I wanted to give into. They were causing a lot of anxiety. Anytime I reacted to situations in an anxious way, anytime my body overreacted, I would continuously remind myself, this is not the real me. I know the old me. Okay, I know who I used to be. So I'm not falling for the bluff of this anxiety, because this is not how I truly operate. Okay, this is not the real me. And then I would make the choice to behave and react how the old me would, right? Does that make sense? So let's say I have a thought that's triggering me these days because I'm sensitized, and I know it's not the real me. I want to get back to the old me. What do? I remind myself this is not the real me, and I'm going to react how the old me would react. How would the old me react? The old me probably wouldn't give a shit about said thought, right? The old me would probably laugh about this. The old me would probably just continue on with his day and do this or do that. And then I would do that thing. Even though I was currently sensitized, I would behave and react as if I were that old me, as if I were that person who was not sensitized. Why? Why does this work? It works because your brain is watching. Your brain is watching, and it's learning, okay? It is learning whether or not you need this anxiety through what you do. It is learning through your behaviors. So you're being tricked by someone that you're not, the sensitized you. You're being bluffed by tired nerves, thoughts that you would probably normally laugh at. Okay, and then you're reinforcing to the brain that you are in danger by behaving fearfully in the face of fear. And that's why you're stuck in this cycle. But if instead you reminded yourself, this is not the real me, I am sensitized, and then brought out the real you by acting like the real you, by acting like the old you, by behaving like the old you, the brain would slowly learn that this is how you're supposed to be. That you don't need the anxiety it's giving you. That's the trick, to show the brain that you don't need its anxiety, that you don't need its protection, that there's not a real tiger in the room with you. Don't be bluffed by the fact that you're sensitized and the nerves are overreacting, okay? And then you just add more fear, more fuel to the cycle, more fuel to the fire, and you stay stuck. So we have to remember, this is not the real me, and I'm going to behave and act like the real me, because I know there's no real tiger in the room with me, and I know who I used to be, and I can become that person again. You can, only this time you'll be even stronger, with new skills that you didn't have before, and that's the beautiful part of this. The skills that I teach here on the channel don't only benefit your sensitization journey, they benefit your entire life, and that is beautiful. That is beautiful. So remember, it's not the real you. The real you would probably laugh at these thoughts. The real you would not react this way to these thoughts. It's the sensitization bluffing you, and it's hard to rationalize with. But remember, this is not how you used to be, and you can get back to not being this way. You can, all right? You can. I got you guys. You just have to listen to the advice and dedicate to it. Doesn't matter if it seems difficult at first, it will get easier. What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose at this point? Do you want to stay in the cycle? Do you really want to stay in the cycle? Do you want to stay where you are? You're more than welcome to stay where you are if you would like to, but chances are you don't want to deal with this bullshit. So I ask you, why not give it a go? Why not dedicate to it? you're more than welcome to stay right where you are. Nobody is telling you that you have to change or improve or recover. I'm not telling you have to. You're allowed to stay in this cycle as long as you want to. But I ask you, do you really want to? Do you really want to stay where you are? Do you? Chances are you don't want to stay where you are and you want to improve. So I urge you to take everything I say to heart and run with it. Run with it, because you can recover, you guys. You can. I'm telling you. I was once there and now I'm not there. So take it from me. Use the advice and you will get there. You'll get there, all right? Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot. How long did that take me? 4 minutes, or 5 minutes, basically. That was a good speech in 5 minutes. I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. It's early morning here. It's like 7 a.m. here. How is everybody doing today? How is everyone doing today? Let's see. It'd be easier to bring this up. There we go. Big Worm, how you doing? 2 tires down, Benny Trees. I've already lost some comments. Virgo Babe, hello, gorgeous. How is everybody doing today? Nice stream at a time I can join. Awesome. Awesome. I love you. I love you more. Thank you for this in the morning. Oh, no problem. This is a very early morning stream. I'm not used to streaming this early, but I figured why not. Morning all from Scotland. 2 main keys working amazing. Thanks, Wonder Bro. No problem. Pat, thanks for joining, spreading your positivity. I really appreciate it. You don't even bother with intrusive thoughts. See, the problem with intrusive thoughts is the more you bother with them, the more they tend to stick around, the more you fall further down the rabbit hole. The only reason your thoughts are causing a reaction right now is because you have sensitized nerves. So trying to figure them out and argue with them is pointless in the end anyway. So we just completely leave them alone. Focus on those positive behaviors. Don't follow your negative thoughts. And acceptance. Positive behaviors are 2 main keys. I'm sure I missed some comments. Nothing like a nicotine breakfast and a positive speech. That is awesome. Speaking of a nicotine breakfast, I've been researching anxiety and its brain/body mechanism. Warner Bros. Method does work, since it tackles both cortex and amygdala anxiety pathways. Yes. Yeah, I mean, if you research this stuff, you guys, you're going to find out that not only do most respected anxiety gurus teach what I teach, but also you're going to find out that scientifically, okay, on the level of the brain and the body, I don't know if you call that science or whatever the term may be, you're going to find, if you do enough research, and normally I tell you to avoid Google, but if you're doubting me, do a little bit of research and you'll see that this works due to how the brain works. This is not something I'm telling you to do because I think it works. This is something I'm telling you to do because I know how to retrain a brain. I know how the brain operates. This is not something I'm saying, try this because I think it works because I think this reason, and then it might work because of this. This is something I'm telling you to do because this is how to retrain a brain. This is how to retrain a brain. So if you doubt that, do a little research and you'll see for yourself. If you've identified it's your job that's causing all the stress and anxiety in your life, would you leave if you tried for a year to accept it and it's not working? It really just depends. I mean, I always say that, you know, acceptance is key in life, but at the same time, if you're living in a shitty situation and you can change it, then change it. If you can't change it, acceptance will always be key. But if you can change a shitty life situation, you know, I'm not saying accept a shitty situation even if you can change it. No, if you can change it, by all means, change it. I mean, you can recover under many circumstances. An awakening can always happen under any circumstance. So, but at the same time, there's no need to, you know, roll around in a pile of shit if you don't have to roll around in a pile of shit. Does that make sense? How long can it take for the process to work? It really depends. Time frames are impossible to give because everyone has different amounts of anxious pathways they need to retrain. So it is very hard and impossible to give a time frame. And honestly, it'll just stress you out. So $12 donation from Michaela. Michaela, why'd you do that? You don't have to do that. Thank you so much. You're gorgeous. I love you. $12. Thank you so much. I love all you guys. I'm so grateful for all of you guys. Thank you again for that donation. You are amazing. You never have to donate, but thank you so much for doing so. It truly helps me out. It truly helps me out, and you're awesome. Yes, the book Brain Over Binge by Dr. Glenn Livingstone talks about the amygdala and how it can make us overreact, as well as how to circumvent it. I hope I said that right. It's so crazy how much our amygdala can control us. Yes, and what I preach is going to help you shrink that. It's going to help you shrink your amygdala. So do what I teach. Do what I teach, and you can get back in control of your reactions. Do what I teach. You know the body is overreacting right now, but it's not the real you. Alright guys, I'm going to go grab a cigarette, okay, and I will be right back. I'm going to put you on the BRB screen for like 2 seconds. Alright, we are right back into it. That took me a little bit longer than I thought it would. Trying to catch up on some comments. Yes, I agree, Sunshine. I agree with that comment 110%. Good comments today. Bendy Trees, you have been so helpful to the chat here recently. Always popping in with some helpful advice. You're going to grab the new Call of Duty coming out. I've seen a few videos. I've heard some people talking about it. It looks good. It really does. It looks good. It looks good for a Call of Duty game. And I say that because I feel like the past few Call of Duty games have been way too futuristic for me, and I'm not a huge fan of that. But this one looks pretty solid. Love and light from England, Chris. Always thankful to you. Eating almonds helps heal. I did not know that. I did not know that. If you want to try eating almonds, there you go. Let me know how that goes for you. I didn't know that. Hello, Craig. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. If not, that's okay. That is okay. We are human. We are human. Take advantage of your rough days. Use them as learning opportunities. $7 a.m. I never stream this early. I never stream this early. You are in the right place to heal, Black Diamond. You are in the right place. I like how they're bringing it back based around current events going on in the world and take out all of the futuristic side of things. Yeah, I do enjoy that. I'm not a huge fan, like I said. I'm not a huge fan of the futuristic Call of Duties. I don't know. They've just never been my thing. What do you do about waking up with anxiety? The same thing you would do about anxiety at any point during your day. The two main keys. And I also recommend when you first wake up, if you have a lot of anxiety, just to get your day started. Looks like you fixed that sleeping pattern. No, actually, I did have a nap last night, but I didn't sleep all night or anything, so I'll probably still fall asleep at some point today. Rewiring the brain takes time, but it's possible. Yes, it is. It is possible. You can be a completely new person, okay? You can be a completely new person if you give it time and dedication. You can be. It's almost like a miracle how the brain works. And it's possible. It's very possible. A lot of people have done it, and you can join those people. You can join us on the other side if you want to give it time and dedication. Oh, I'm cozy in my robe. So cozy. The two main keys, I have several videos on the two main keys if you want to watch some of those after this stream. But the two main keys, summed up very briefly, is to accept your feelings, okay, act how you want to feel, behave in a positive manner. This teaches the brain that there's no real danger, and to not follow your negative thoughts because it's pointless, it's stressful. The only reason they're causing a reaction is because you are sensitized, so no point in following those. And that's the two main keys in a nutshell. To deal with obsessive thinking, so those thoughts come, right? Those thoughts come, and like I just said, they're only playing off your tired nerves. If you didn't have tired nerves, you'd probably be laughing at those thoughts. Remind yourself, it's not the real you. There's no need to figure those out, okay? If we just stop touching them, they will get rid of themselves. We just need to focus on our positive behaviors and our reactions to the anxiety to teach our brain there's no danger. Once we do this and our real selves start to come back out, start to emerge, we'll be laughing at those thoughts, and eventually those thoughts won't come at all. Perfect break in the action to check my email real quick. Also, if you've reached out to me for a coaching session recently and I haven't gotten back with you, just bear with me. Just bear with me. Oh, you remember the low hundreds days. Wow, you've been here for a while. Damn. You've been here since the very beginning, basically. Yeah, those little jolts of panic are completely normal too. They might catch you off guard sometimes, but don't be too alarmed by them. You need to treat them the same as you would treat, any of this. Letting go of symptoms can increase the intensity? Not necessarily. Letting go and not having such a tense hold on yourself is really going to take the edge off. How is your cat and dog, Chris? Also, the puppies. The puppies found a new home a while ago. Cats are doing great. Nova's doing great. She's over there sleeping actually right now. Yes, bendy trees completely. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that 10K. Really looking forward to that 10K. Right around the corner. How's it going, Wonder Bro? I remember when there was a time I couldn't even leave home, but by implementing your strategy of not following your thoughts and using form of grounding over time helped. That is awesome. Keep going, dude. You can do this. Keep going. Keep learning. Keep growing. I'm so glad that you are experiencing some relief. Continue to grow, my friend. Continue to grow. You guys are awesome. And if you're struggling with this thing, don't beat yourself up, okay? Pat yourself on the back. It's okay to not be perfect at this right away. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to continue to have to come back to the advice and continue learning. It's okay to not be perfect. I was not perfect at this right away. It took me some time. So if it takes you some time, then that's just how it is, and that's fine. That is fine. Eventually those body jerks will go away. They'll leave you alone. In time, right? All of this takes some time. But as long as you keep coming back to the advice, I'll say it again and again, as long as you keep coming back to the advice, you can heal. And you will heal. Ultimately, you will heal. All of that mental activity you're experiencing, Storm, that is completely normal, especially when you're in a vulnerable, sensitized state. Those thoughts are going to carry a little bit more weight than they normally would, so it's important to remember that first off. And secondly, we need to practice grounding ourselves in the present moment. That comes back to one of our two main keys, which is to not follow your negative thoughts. So the thoughts can be there as much as they'd like, they can knock as much as they'd like, but as long as we're not reaching out and touching them and giving them more attention than they deserve, they can liberate themselves. They can and they will liberate themselves as long as we quit touching them. It's going to be very tempting at first to touch them, but we don't want to do that. We never want to do that because then we're just falling down the rabbit hole. I still come back for motivation to learn more and educate myself. That is awesome. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, I seen your post about the thoughts returning in the Wonder Bro, I think it was the mental health family group, I believe. As far as that goes, it's okay to have ups and downs. It's okay to fall down sometimes. Continue coming back to the advice. Continue learning. Continue growing. Like I just finished saying, nobody is perfect. Yeah, that is unfortunate, Rome. That is unfortunate. But that's how most doctors are, so that is the world we live in. Oh, my dad's in the stream. Everyone say hello to my dad. Everyone say hello to my father. Does watching sad movies make it worse? If you're in that vulnerable, sensitized state, anytime we're in that vulnerable, sensitized state, our emotions tend to be a little bit amplified more than they normally would. It's a learning process. It is a learning process. Can you recommend some vitamins? I would recommend some vitamins, but I don't take vitamins. I don't have a healthy diet. I eat like shit. So it's like I never did any of those healthy things like exercise or change my diet. I'm sure those things help. I'm sure, I'm not going to bash those things because there's absolutely nothing wrong with becoming a healthier person. But personally, I never did any of that stuff. I still recovered, so. But if you want to go that route, if you want to, icing on the cake, so to speak, then that's awesome. That was my phone. Alright, guys, we are approaching the half-hour mark, so I am going to go ahead and end this stream right here. Thanks for stopping by this stream. I appreciate all of your love and support. Alright, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you for the donation during the stream. I appreciate that so much. Thanks for just being here. Okay, you guys are awesome. Hit that like button. Continue to share me out. Let's try to get to 10K. If you're not following me on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, check those out. All of my social media can be found under WonderBro Yo, and I try to update it daily. Alright, so stop by those pages. And anyway, you guys, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And until next time, as always, boom, right there. Stay awesome.